What imports is the Trump administration specifically banning?
Yeah, so these curbs would come on cotton, textiles, and tomatoes from the Xinjiang area. This is the U.S. Customs and Border Protection Service. They've issued what's called a withhold release order, which it uses to combat forced labor in global supply chains against these companies, basically saying that they have used forced labor to produce these products. And they also say that there's going to be there's going to be orders against 6 other companies, 3 that operate in cotton, textile, and apparel, 1 in computer parts, and 2 in hair products that will come by the end of the year. And this could really have a broad impact on the textile industry globally. It relies heavily on Chinese cotton. Xinjiang, that region itself, produces more than 80% of China's cotton, and U.S. imports some 30% of its apparel from China. So if these all take effect, it's going to have a very large impact on supply chains. And, of course, this will ratchet up the tension even more between the U.S. and China.
Jodi, speaking of ratcheted up tensions, of course, deterioration in the relationship between Australia and China continues. We've heard a bit more detail as to why Beijing is detaining the Australian TV anchor Cheng Lei. What are the allegations that they're making?
Yeah, she's, of course, an Australian citizen employed by China's English language state broadcaster CGTN before she was detained last month. And according to a foreign ministry spokesman, she's suspected of carrying out criminal activities that endanger China's national security. And these allegations basically give authorities their broad power to hold suspects for months without charge or even access to a lawyer. And they are among the most serious ever brought against a foreign journalist in China. This comes, amid really very worsening kinds of situations for the press in China. 2 Chinese correspondents for Australian media outlets, they're the last 2. They left the country after questioning from the Ministry of State Security in kind of this last-minute exit. And the foreign press really in Beijing is under pressure as the U.S. and China tussle over visas for Chinese journalists based in the U.S., as well as Western journalists based in China. Even before these latest departures, China had expelled a record 17 correspondents working for American media outlets.